Ever wonder how to make someone instantly regret disrespecting you? Or are you constantly left feeling like someone twisted your words, and now you're stuck in an awkward situation, unsure how to react? In this world, especially in 2025, people will try to manipulate you, misinterpret your words, and test your patience. But don't worry. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 proven techniques to protect your integrity and make sure you stand your ground without being a jerk and using high-value strategies. Here's the kicker. 93% of people aren't using these simple hacks, so by the end of this video, you'll have the edge that almost everyone else is missing. These tips were researched by a master in psychology and expert in human behavior to ensure they work for everyone, and I'm about to lay them out for you. First, let me tell you about someone who turned their life around using these exact strategies. Alex was a guy who used to be that person. The one who was always in the wrong crowd, always losing his cool, always trying to get by with the bare minimum. He'd find himself in situations where people would twist his words or push him into uncomfortable conversations. He would get defensive, angry, or just stay quiet. But nothing ever seemed to change. Until one day, he had a conversation with someone who kept pushing, subtly twisting his words and making him feel small. He wasn't the type to let people walk all over him, but this time, he was stuck. That's when he remembered these 5 techniques. He used them and everything changed. So stick around, because if you've ever had those moments where you're not sure how to speak up, this is exactly what you need. Let's dive in. Imagine you're in a heated debate with your partner. They've just told you that you're being too sensitive. And in your mind, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not the one being sensitive here. It feels like a total mind game, right? Here's the trick. When someone tries to twist your words, they're trying to steer the conversation. Don't let them. Instead, respond with something like, wait, that's not what I meant. Let me explain again, and restate your point. Don't be afraid to pause and take control. You have to stand your ground and refocus the conversation. The key here is to maintain control over the narrative. You're the one defining the situation, not them. By doing this, you take back the power. The person will realize they can't just manipulate your words to fit their agenda. And here's the kicker. They'll respect you more because of it. People only respect those who don't let others control their story. So that is why tip number 1 is never let them control the narrative. Okay, picture this. You're in a meeting and your colleague just made a backhanded comment. Something like, well, for someone who's not that experienced, your idea is actually pretty good. Now, instead of firing back with your own snide remark, try this. Calmly ask, what exactly do you mean by that? And give them a moment to explain themselves. What happens next is magic. They either realize they've been rude and have to backpedal, or they double down and expose themselves. Either way, you are now in control of the conversation. This technique neutralizes passive aggression in seconds, and when people realize you won't let them slip by with subtle attacks, they'll think twice before trying again. Plus, it builds your confidence, knowing you can handle even the toughest situations with ease. That's why tip number 2 is play the "what did you mean by that" card. Now imagine you're on a date. Things are going well, the conversation is flowing smoothly, and then bam, the person drops a heavy question about your past relationship or finances. It catches you off guard, right? You want to answer, but that feels too personal. So, instead of letting them invade your boundaries, you politely but firmly say, I'm not comfortable talking about that right now, but I'd be happy to share something else. When someone tries to get under your skin with inappropriate or probing questions, draw the line early. You don't owe anyone an explanation for things you're not ready to discuss. The best part? Establishing those boundaries lets people know where you stand without confrontation. Setting boundaries builds respect. People won't mess with you if they know you won't tolerate their attempts to invade your privacy. Plus, it helps you avoid draining conversations that don't serve you. That is why tip number 3 is establish boundaries from the get-go. Think about this. You're in a conversation where someone's throwing shade at you, testing your patience. Instead of responding immediately, you just pause. You let the silence hang in the air. It's a powerful move. Here's why. People are uncomfortable with silence. They start filling the space with unnecessary words, and that's when they expose themselves even more. They may try to justify their comment or backpedal, but by staying silent, you've put the ball in their court. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's a tool for making people rethink their actions. The next time someone tries to twist your words, your silence will speak volumes. And here's the kicker. When you learn to master silence, You're no longer a reactive person. You're the one in control. This is why tip number 4 is, use silence as your secret weapon. Here's the scenario. You've been in a conversation with someone who's pushing your buttons for a while, and no matter what you say, they keep trying to twist your words. You've tried every technique, but it's clear this isn't going anywhere. This is where you exit with grace. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Just calmly say, I think we're not going to see eye to eye here, and I'd rather not continue this conversation right now, and leave. Here's the thing. People don't respect someone who stays in a conversation where they're being disrespected. But when you choose to walk away, you show that your time and peace of mind are far more valuable than any pointless argument. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to know when to cut your losses. People will admire your ability to step away when needed, and they'll start respecting you more as a result. This is why tip number 5 is, exit the conversation gracefully. Now you may be asking, will it work for you? Absolutely. All you need to do is remember, you're not a doormat, and you don't have to be a jerk to stand up for yourself. These techniques will give you the power to navigate tricky conversations and reclaim your peace. You may also be asking, what are you not doing? It's likely that you're not applying these techniques in those everyday moments when people push your buttons. But now you have the tools to change that. And if you are asking, will this make your life better? Mastering these concepts will give you the confidence to speak up when needed, the ability to protect your boundaries, and the power to stand your ground while keeping your cool. It's time to take control of your conversations and stop letting others twist your words. And remember, respect isn't given, it's earned. Use these techniques and you'll start demanding the respect you deserve. Remember to check out another one of our videos to get even more powerful personal growth strategies. Thank you for watching.